Man, the battle for the Super Bowl all comes down to one meeting in Frisco. It's going to be a good one. But what's going on, guys? My name's Antonio, and this is the AAS All Around Sports. I am your host, Antonio. Today, I'm going over the preview, prediction, and keys for the Detroit Lions going on the road to Frisco for the right to go to the Super Bowl against the 49ers. Now, Lions coming off a big win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Derek Barnes making the big interception at the end of the game. Meanwhile, the 49ers come from behind to beat the Green Bay Packers, which if the Packers would have won that game, the Lions would have been hosted. But we all saw, I actually had both of these predictions right. I had the Niners picked to win over the Pack, and I had the Lions picked to win over the Bucs. So the question is, who do I have winning this game and why? I'm going to be going over which team has a good chance and why. I'm going to be going over each team's keys of this game. I'm going to be going over also what led to their victories last week. And also, I'll be doing a live stream on that here this week, this Sunday. So it is going to be fun. But as you all know, I am a Seahawks fan. I am a diehard. And no matter what happens, either side deserves it. More so the Lions than the Niners. But for now, and then secondly, if you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. For now, let's get this thing started. So, I have, you know what? This team has looked good all year long. I'm going with the Lions here because of a few reasons. Some of you may disagree with me, but I'm going to go over why. Number one, the Niners secondary looked not so great last week against the Green Bay Packers. That's number one. Number two, another concern that concerned me about this Niners team was all the drops they had. And Purdy did come back from behind, which we all saw that coming. We all saw that coming against the Packers because we've seen that movie before between these two teams. But the Lions, we look at their unit. You got Sam Laporta, you got newly added Zach Ertz, which that's a major key. And also along with the Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, and loads of other weapons on this team, including David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. But I believe a role that kicks into gear here is the Deebo Samuel injury. Now, we don't know what is going to happen in this game, but Deebo is currently as 50-50 to return. We'll see how that plans out throughout this week. But what reminded me something the Niners did this week reminded me of a little while ago. Their 3-game losing streak. If we remember that streak, they had Deebo hurt, Trent Williams hurt, and Christian McCaffrey hurt. Now, of course, this time it's just Deebo. But the way this team played kind of reminded me of the 3-game losing streak they had earlier in the year. And the Niners, they need to do what they need to do. They have to get to the Super Bowl to prove all the doubters wrong. Because people have said, including me, Mr. Irrelevant will never win a Super Bowl. Never. I've said that along with countless others. And if you go to the Super Bowl and win, that will silence all the doubters, including me. And as for the keys for the Niners, their key on the defense is to not give up the big plays. We all know that the Niners secondary has looked suspect lately, especially against the Packers this past week, giving up those big yards to like Luke Musgrave, Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed, and a few other of those guys. You cannot do that against this Detroit Lions team because they build on those big plays. They build on those big plays. So the Niners' key in this game is to not give up those big plays. And the Buccaneers did a good job at that, but it didn't pay out for them in the end. Another key to this game for the offense is to keep a narrow lead. We all know when Purdy gets down, that is his kryptonite, although he did come back from when he was down against the Packers. It's about moments. It's about moments and mistakes. And whoever makes the most mistakes is going to lose this game. Because the secondary of the Lions got better this past week against the Buccaneers, which some people are saying they're an NFC South team. It's no big deal. It is actually a big deal because Baker Mayfield threw 2 interceptions, including the game-winning interception. But the Buccaneers were so good on the blitz, but they could not get to Jared Goff and stop him. And I personally believe Jared Goff is the better quarterback in this matchup. And I'm going to go over the 2 keys for Detroit now. The first key for Detroit to win this game on defense is to force those mistakes. We all know whoever makes the most mistakes is going to end up losing this game. They need to get pressure on Purdy, which is very hard to do against a Trent Williams-led offensive line. But if you can force those mistakes, put the pressure on Purdy from him being down, and you can get the stops on him when they're needed, get a turnover when they are needed, you can wind up going to the Super Bowl. And as for their offense, is to get those for the offensive unit of the Lions, key is to get the plays, to get as many points on the board as possible. We all know you're in Frisco this week. We all know that. Frisco is a really hard place to play. And if you can knock out that crowd early, that will give you a massive edge against this Niners team. Because when they're playing down, we have seen it. Whenever they're playing from behind, that's when these Niners struggle. If you can force them to play from behind, that will be the key in this game. Now, Purdy is a first-year quarterback. He's a first-year quarterback. Like we've all said, he's not elite. He hasn't been in a Super Bowl. And meanwhile, Jared Goff has the experience of being in the Super Bowl, of course, when he was with the Rams. But here's the deal for the Niners. If you lose to this Lions team, not only will it be on the hands of Purdy, but it'll also be on Kyle Shanahan. Because we've looked at the Kyle Shanahan in many ways. He was the one that offensive coordinator that led the Falcons on a 28-3 comeback again that the Patriots came back on you. You had a 28-3 lead and gave it up to Tom Brady and the Patriots. We all know that. And then when you went to the Super Bowl as the head coach of the 49ers, you were in the lead 20-10, just minutes away from winning a Super Bowl. And you couldn't get it done. Because you let them give it up. And then the last 3 years, get beat out of the NFC Championship by the Rams. You get beat out of the NFC Championship by the Eagles. And now you're going against the Lions, which this is your best chance at a Super Bowl, unless, of course, you're playing the Ravens. But this Lions team is going to be dangerous. It's going to be a very close game. But I see Detroit pulling it out in the end. But Frisco, if you don't win this game, some changes are going to be made. You all know that. But anyways, that's my talk for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my live stream. Remember, I will be doing a live stream of this game on Sunday. I'll be doing a live stream of this one and then the Ravens-Chiefs earlier in that day. So until then, I'll see you all in the next one. So long for now.